It is finally time for the family secrets that have been the source of tension and strife for many years to come to the surface. One of the members of your family circle reaches their breaking point and makes the decision that honesty is the only way to move on, after experiencing a never-ending cycle of drama and manipulation behind the scenes. Every single item that has been concealed from you is about to be revealed by them. These buried secrets shed light on a great deal of the workings of the family dynamic that had previously been incomprehensible. The most important thing is that there is a financial bombshell that is just waiting to explode. There is a check that has your name on it that you were completely unaware of. Now that the truth is coming to light, this financial bonanza is making its way to the person who was supposed to receive it, you. It is those members of your family that embrace you with one arm while holding a dagger behind their back, with the other that have been plotting while you have been sleeping. He or she is aware of what is going to happen to you. They have sensed it, feared it, and attempted to avoid it. When you are on the verge of achieving a breakthrough, every coincidental interruption, every well-meaning suggestion that steers you away from your true path, and every loving concern that is designed to plant seeds of doubt in your fertile mind. All of these were calculated moves in a generational chess game in which you were never meant to discover your true position on the board. They had high hopes that you would never awaken to take your throne because you were the sleeping royalty there. Even though your intuition has been yelling out this reality, you choose to ignore it in order to maintain the status quo. You have divine radar systems within you that detect the frequency of betrayal that has been surrounding you since childhood. This includes the peculiar feeling that you get when certain relatives embrace you, the incomprehensible tension that you experience during family gatherings, and the horrible feeling that you get when certain names are uttered. The paperwork of what is legally yours can be found somewhere, whether it be tucked away in a drawer, buried in a safe deposit box, or concealed in digital records. This is not a metaphor. Rather, it is an actual blessing about money matters, with your name clearly engraved upon it. It doesn't matter if it's an inheritance, an insurance policy, a trust fund settlement, or a forgotten account. Resources that were supposed to be in your possession have vanished, been concealed, or been misused. Some of the people in your family tree have spent their entire lives constructing their lives on foundations that ought to have supported your ascension. Your potential has been their vacation. They have decked themselves with gems that were intended for your crown, and they have educated their children with cash that were designated for your development. Every single misplaced coin has been documented. Every single falsified signature has been pointed out, and every single manipulated document has been recognized in the cosmic ledger. The cosmos functions through accounting systems that are flawless. The divine auditors have finished their investigation, and the findings require that quick restitution be made. There will come a day when the carefully created narrative about your family's financial history will be shattered by information that is delivered in the form of a letter, an email, a phone call, or an unexpected visitor. Documents will find their way to the surface. Confidants who are troubled by their conscience will come out. Technology will discover what manual methods have concealed, and the money trail will be revealed. It was precisely at the moment that your energy began to increase that your family's behavior changed. The timing of heightened criticism, new concerns about your mental health, and amplified efforts to distract you with frivolous family drama were all precisely synced with your spiritual progress. This was not a coincidence, or a coincidence at all. You didn't stumble here by accident. You were led. If something in your spirit is stirring, Don't ignore it. Tap Join to access exclusive content, prophetic insights, and a community of purpose-driven souls. This isn't just a membership. It's your moment of alignment. Step into who you were born to be. Welcome to the Chosen. During the night, those who made fun of your spiritual pursuits quake in fear because they are aware of the very energies that they denied are now around you as a form of protection. As soon as they realize that you have obtained the ability to discern the intentions that they have fought so tirelessly to conceal, those who have categorized you as being overly sensitive scramble to try to conceal their thoughts. Despite the fact that their fear takes the form of control, their panic takes the form of concern, and their desperation takes the form of love. Energy never lies. The contradiction between their words and the truth that they are vibrating to is something that your newly calibrated spiritual senses are able to discern. They are terrified of your waking because it symbolizes their exposing. Your ascension ensures that they will be exposed, and your enlightenment guarantees that they will be held accountable on your behalf. The universe functions according to divine timing, and the inner workings of the cosmic clockwork have already been put into motion. Written communication strategies that validate what your intuition signals, black ink on white paper, information that cannot be ignored as fantasy or misinterpretation, are examples of written communication strategies. A person who has seen the manipulation of your blessing has been carrying this load for an excessive amount of time. Their soul craves release via confession, their spirit requires serenity through disclosure, and their higher self insists on alignment through truth-telling. The weight of their silence becomes intolerable, and they are unable to bear it. In the event that you possess the spiritual fortitude to receive the information without causing devastation, the emotional maturity to respond without vengeance, and the strategic intelligence to use it for elevating rather than retaliating, then the information will arrive at the appropriate time. It is the missing piece of the puzzle that finally enables you to make sense of fragmented memories, unexplainable conflicts, mysterious exclusions, and pathways that appear to be closed without cause. This letter represents more than just exposure. It gives emancipation. The unexplainable obstacles that appeared precisely when success appeared to be within reach, the relationships that mysteriously dissolved when they began supporting your growth, the opportunities that vanished despite your perfect qualifications, and the health challenges that emerged exactly when your gifts began manifesting, are all examples of interference that was powerfully orchestrated. Those individuals who identified your potential before you did have been actively monitoring and sabotaging your path in a systematic manner. There exists a direct correlation between the magnitude of the adversity you face and the splendor of your destiny. The place that they had planned to incarcerate you turned out to be your training field. They built something that would be a limitation for you, but it turned out to be your launch pad. The situation that they had envisioned as your demise ultimately resulted in your rebirth. The law of reflection is a universal principle that cannot be avoided. Every trap that is set for you will return to its point of origin with an extraordinary degree of accuracy. The divine boomerang effect provides an explanation for the unexplainable setbacks, sudden sicknesses, unexpected losses, and bizarre misfortunes that strike those who conspired against your ascent to power. Their schemes fail just when they are about to achieve the desired level of success. When it appears that solidarity is at its strongest, their alliances break down. When victory looks to be inevitable, their resources begin to run out. When concealment appears to be a sure thing, their secrets come to light. This pattern is neither happenstance or karma. Rather, it is the result of deliberate involvement from the divine. Because of the presence of cosmic forces, an energetic fortress has been constructed around your destiny, and it is reflecting bad intentions back to the people who sent them with mathematical precision. There was an unseen shield of protection that was concealed by your imagined fragility, and none of their weapons were able to pierce it. Those who dug holes now find themselves stuck in their own digs. Those who disseminated stories now confront credibility difficulties. Those who diverted your resources now endure inexplicable financial reversals. Those who attempted spiritual attacks now feel the penalties of breached spiritual rules. Blessed by His grace. Click Super Thank You and give $20 to spread His light. Your gift plants seeds that grow His kingdom. Be the blessing. Every time you get together with your family, it feels like you are witnessing a play in which everyone knows the script except for you. The conversations you have involve cryptic references that other people understand, while you continue to be perplexed. There are several subjects that cause immediate conversation switches, and certain queries cause uncomfortable silences from the audience. The missing chapters of your family history hold the keys to understanding your extraordinary capabilities and the unique design that you possess. These chapters include the unexplained rift that exists between family branches, the relative that no one talks about, the property that changed hands under mysterious circumstances, the unexpected name changes, the contradictory stories about how family wealth was lost or gained, and the ancestral homeland that was abandoned without a logical explanation. Cosmic justice functions with perfect precision and unavoidable thoroughness, as contrast to the terrestrial justice systems, which can be delayed, manipulated, or circumvented. All of the evidence that pertains to your circumstance has been examined by the universal courtroom. The verdict has been decided, the sentence has been handed down, and the enforcement process has commenced. Those who plotted against you are already aware of the shifting atmosphere. Their sleep is disrupted by dreams that they are unable to interpret. Their minds are troubled by thoughts that they are unable to suppress. Their bodies are experiencing symptoms that doctors are unable to diagnose, and their stability is crumbling despite their desperate attempts to maintain control. This justice is not manifested through retribution, but rather through exposure. The reality that they labored to conceal now demands expression through every available avenue. This cosmic rebalancing begins with synchronicities that are too precise to be considered coincidental. These synchronicities include unexpected phone calls that deliver important information, random encounters with people who possess crucial knowledge, misdelivered messages that contain revelatory content, technological malfunctions that reveal hidden data, and deathbed confessions that provide missing links. Increased calls, checking your whereabouts, sudden generous offers with conditions attached, unexpected family gatherings designed to reinforce loyalty structures, and renewed efforts to connect you with certain individuals while separating you from others are all manifestations of their growing desperation, which manifests itself as an increase in the number of attempts to regain control. They are able to perceive the shifting environment without being able to comprehend its origin. They are able to perceive their influence over you reducing without being able to comprehend the reason for this. They are aware of the impending revelation without being exactly aware of what will be revealed. It is reasonable to anticipate that the key individuals responsible for your repression will make a spontaneous and seemingly earnest attempt at reconciliation when your breakthrough draws near. This premeditated step is their ultimate strategy to position themselves and put themselves in a position where they can prevent you from receiving your blessing. This method gives the impression of being sincere, and it may be followed by tears, admissions of fault, assertions of a changed perspective, or an opportune spiritual awakening. Depending on the circumstances, they might be generous, give aid, urge collaboration, or suggest a restored connection. It is the timing that betrays their genuine motivation. After years or decades of obstructing your development, their newly discovered desire for closeness corresponds perfectly with your impending vindication. The alignment in question is not merely a coincidence. Rather, it exemplifies purposeful placement. Their goal is to achieve the following. Closeness allows for access. Reconciliation makes it easier to exert influence. Forgiveness without accountability permits continuous manipulation. Emotional reconnection generates leverage, and fresh trust opens up opportunities. If they are close enough to you, they will be able to watch developments, redirect resources, influence decisions, obtain information, and possibly even intercept your blessing before it reaches your hands. They are not looking for a relationship. Rather, they are looking for strategic placement. Attempting to rebuild your trust, they unwittingly expose partial truths, providing minor admissions to prevent complete exposure, and acknowledging past faults in order to give the illusion of present trustworthiness. Their desperation pushes them to disclose information in a manner that has never been seen before. These seemingly trivial facts will become of tremendous importance when the complete truth is revealed. Thus, it is important to record these encounters, document these admissions, and take note of the particular terminology that was used. You are about to receive a financial blessing that goes beyond the typical experience of success. It is a manifestation of miraculous restoration, the divine realignment of resources that have been diverted from their rightful recipient over the course of multiple generations. The spiritual realm was the place where this transfer was first initiated before it manifested in the physical domain. You are the recipient of wealth that carries ancestral energy, resources that have been designated for a certain purpose, resources that have been earmarked for a particular impact, and resources that have been assigned for strategic influence through your hands. You have been confronted with extraordinary opposition, which can be explained by the magnitude. Common blessings are met with ordinary challenges. Generational transfers are met with generational resistance. The scale of warfare indicates the scale of the riches that is waiting to be reassigned. This holy vault has been around for a very long time, and your one-of-a-kind spiritual frequency is the key that unlocks it. In order to confirm your access to the resources that were reserved exclusively for you, your vibrational signature is required. This provides an explanation for the persistent assaults that are directed against your spiritual practices, energetic cleansing rituals, and consciousness expansion endeavors, which are the precise activities that are preparing you to accept what has always been yours. The fact that you are able to shift negative energy into positive power, translate limitation into expansion, and transform opposition into development is evidence that you are prepared to manage this transition in a responsible manner. These tasks were not chosen at random. Rather, they were qualification tests, which were cosmic evaluations that determined whether or not you were equipped to manage supernatural resources. In the process of the transfer, documents are being moved via the appropriate channels. Records are being updated, accounts are being accessed, assets are being liquidated, resources are being consolidated, and legal requirements are being satisfied. Your physical manifestation will arrive at the precise moment that you possess both the wisdom to appropriately steward it and the discernment to protect it in an efficient manner. You're not here by chance. Feel the pull. Tap join to unlock truth, purpose, and a tribe that gets it. This is more than a membership. It's your calling. You are confronted with a crucial decision regarding how to react as documents come to light. Witnesses are presented and evidence starts to form. The way in which you react will determine whether this revelation evolves into nothing more than a family scandal or whether it becomes a genuine springboard for your heavenly purpose. Expect immediate disruption to the family system. Those who are implicated will activate well-rehearsed defense mechanisms such as the denial of documented facts, attacks on messengers of truth, claims of misunderstanding, accusations of exaggeration, appeals to family loyalty, demands for silence, attempts to isolate truth-tellers, and campaigns to discredit evidence. Previously, neutral relatives make a decision. Unexpected allies emerge from quiet, demonstrating that they possessed portions of this knowledge but feared speaking alone. Unexpected adversaries surface, exposing their complicity through desperate defense of the indefensible. And unexpected allies emerge from silence. In the midst of this mayhem lies an opportunity that has never been seen before, not for retribution, but for realignment. Authentic repositioning is made possible as a result of the exposure, which enables relationships to be reformed on the basis of truth rather than manipulation, transparency rather than deception, and authenticity rather than performance. Your answer must go beyond emotion, while also accepting its validity. The grief must be acknowledged. The betrayal by those who were entrusted with your well-being must be acknowledged. The years of potential that were redirected via deliberate repression and the relationships that were twisted through calculated deception must be acknowledged. On the other hand, your goal necessitates ascendance over retribution. The purpose of the revelation is not to destroy, but rather to liberate. It will free you from unseen restraints. It will release you from energy ties. It will detach you from attachments that are depleting, and it will remove obstacles that can prevent you from fulfilling your divine mission. This drama within the family was never a random occurrence. Rather, it was a vital catalyst. It was the precise mechanism that was required to activate your supernatural inheritance, connect you with your real soul tribe, free you from restricting entanglements, and position you in accordance with your cosmic mission. The divine timing that acts independently of human timetables, personal preferences, or earthly calendars is reflected in the universal watch, which ticks with perfect accuracy toward the moment of your vindication. Its progression is determined by the cosmic orchestration and the preparation of the spiritual realm. Confirmation indicators are increasing all around you. Numerical sequences are capturing your attention. Symbolic dreams are delivering consistent messages. Random encounters are providing critical information pieces. Overheard conversations contain relevant details, and technical faults expose secret data. There is a significant shift in the spiritual milieu in relation to your situation. What was formerly highly contested is now receiving angelic clearance on a scale that has never been seen before. What was met with unrelenting opposition is now advancing with supernatural help. What required weary effort is now unfolding with divine ease. Prepare your spirit for rapid developments that may challenge your adaptation capabilities. Evidence emerges from unexpected sources. Ally support manifests from unanticipated directions. Resources appear through overlooked channels. Connections form through seemingly random circumstances. Those who doubted your discernment witness its validation. Those who questioned your spiritual insights observe their manifestation. Those who mocked your unexplainable knowing encounter its confirmation. Those who dismissed your warnings face their fulfillment. This vindication goes beyond only satisfying your own personal needs. It establishes divine legitimacy, which is something that is necessary for your next job. Your authority has to be authenticated before it can exercise its full jurisdiction. Your voice needs to be validated before it can communicate its complete message. Your vision needs to be validated before it can implement its complete plan. The revelation of hidden resources is merely the beginning of the larger activation of your cosmic assignment. The uncovering of generational deception is merely the beginning of the broader illumination of your spiritual destiny. The exposure of family secrets is merely the beginning of the greater unveiling of your divine purpose. In reality, what looked to be dysfunctional family dynamics is actually spiritual warfare that is directed at your divine design. It appeared as though personality conflicts were taking place, but in reality, it was spiritual energies that were competing with one another for power. It was shown that tremendous spiritual tasks were being recognized, despite the fact that it appeared to be regular family jealousy. This family drama served key functions in your growth, including the strengthening of your discernment through continuous testing, the development of your resilience through persistent opposition, the refinement of your intuition via ongoing deception, and the establishment of your independence through systematic isolation. You will find that the gravity of your spiritual task is directly proportional to the level of opposition that your family exhibits. There is a correlation between the force of your heavenly authorization and the endurance of opposition from family members. The impact of your cosmic goal is directly related to the difficulties associated with manipulating your family. The individuals who exerted the most effort to repress you were aware of the things that you were not aware of, including the generational significance of your spiritual activation, the ancestral significance of your divine appointment, and the cosmic ramifications of your complete empowerment. Because of their antagonism, you were unwittingly prepared for resistance on a worldwide scale. In the near future, you will be subjected to manipulation on a more extensive scale. Yet, you will be inadvertently prepared to engage in massive deception. At the end of the day, you will have to confront what they intended to be destruction, the divine repurposed as preparation. That which they had conceived of as a constraint, the universe transformed into a qualification. What they had intended to be a type of suppression in the spiritual realm turned out to be a defensive mechanism. This family conflict that caused you so much agony actually safeguarded you from early exposure, shielded you from unprepared advancement, and stopped you from unqualified advancement and advancement. It was divine timing that ensured you acquired the necessary strength before meeting your true foes, established the necessary wisdom before accessing your total resources, and cultivated the vital discernment before stepping into your full authority. Through the operation of an unchangeable cosmic decree, the restoration that is coming to you is operating. When it comes to your vindication, the energies that are orchestrating it function beyond human interference. The powers that are implementing your compensation work are outside the jurisdiction of earthly authorities. This restoration entails more than just the provision of money resources. It also includes the provision of total restitution for all aspect of your life that has been impacted by the repression of your genuine expression and divine destiny. It is possible to accomplish in a matter of moments what would ordinarily take months, and to do in a matter of days what would normally take years. This is made possible by supernatural acceleration, divine shortcuts, and cosmic efficiency. The time that is lost due to useless detours and created hurdles is returned in a multiplied manner.